New Year's before I get too blackout or brown out or one of the browns. I mean out. Whatever. Love you, kid. Bye. Love you, kid. Bye.
Hello, how's it going? Good morning. We're back after a few days off, resting and recovering from the solo dev game jam, which I ended up being quite pleased with. All right, today I kind of want to go through and do a little post-mortem on how we think the jam went and maybe plan some post-jam stuff, probably mostly around bug fixes or quality of life stuff. I don't really plan on doing any like features or anything. So we'll probably keep it focused on bug fixes or new quality of life things that we can do. Let's look at like kind of the things that went well, the things that went bad, what we can learn for next time. I think that's an important thing to focus on here. And I want to do it while it's still fresh, like while the project's still fresh in my mind. So I haven't really thought about this too much, so let's see. So some of the stuff that I think that went well was probably I think focusing my efforts went really well. Like we didn't we only used art assets. Let's say focusing my efforts on the game, on making the game over content creation, art, music, SFX. That was really good. That worked out for me because of just how limited the amount of time was. That was definitely good, especially when you have so little time, like 72 hours. I mean, sometimes that's not an option, like Ludum Dare or Combo. You have to make all the assets. But it was nice to not have to worry about that. All right, what's something bad? What didn't go our way? Not setting up a build pipeline. itch.io butler. Definitely cost me a web build. So nobody played the game. Yeah, that was huge. Not having the build pipeline in place really cost me a lot. I mean, I got in within the submission time, so I could still technically get a prize. But almost nobody played the game, and so it's kind of a toss-up whether it's better to, you know, have made it into the prize pool, or, you know, actually having people play the game, because it only had an executable. We're not setting up a build pipeline early. I'm gonna break this out into two things. Not setting up a build pipeline early definitely cost me my left me no time to upload a web build. And then this is kind of it. Not having a web build meant only having an exe, which jammers are loath to download. Hey Ferlansky, how's it going? How are you doing? We're kind of doing a little mini post-mortem here before we do a little bit of bug fixing, or lay out some post-jam bug fixes and some quality of life stuff we'd like to do. Missed a lot of the jam. I'm okay with it, pretty much. I'm pretty happy with what we ended up with in terms of the game. Did you see the game? Or play it, even? Because we've got a link up. It's an exe. We'll probably have a web build up in when the rating period ends after next week. So a couple weeks we'll probably have a web build up. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I can play it a little bit right now. Actually, we're gonna leave the music on. It might be quite loud here. Let me... Yeah, I mixed the game audio pretty poorly. This font seems easier to read the smaller the letters are. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Yeah, it's 3 keys. Hopefully I don't get dinged for that too much. Crash. God. Yeah, I'm very happy with how the world turned out. It looks very alive. Yeah, there's just some minor issues we're gonna fix. Because honestly, I don't consider there to be really any major issues. Can we get past the car? Nope. We do have to fix some of the consistency around collisions, but that's pretty minor. How did you get the big cars to drive around? I have a little traffic network. So I'll show you. So the pedestrians are just using path nodes, because that was easy, but I didn't realize the path nodes were a thing for the vehicles, so we ended up making our own little network. It's these little balls these balls are little nodes in the network. And I don't know if you played like Factorio, but they're basically like train signals. Like they're basically like chain signals. So the cars actually start and stop. So like this car will stop at this intersection and wait for this car to pass before going. So they actually observe a traffic system, and it's because these different nodes are part of different networks. So there's like a couple of big networks around the edge of the map, and there's a couple of smaller networks in the middle, and they share the nodes. So there's some cars that just drive in a circle around this block, and so they'll wait for the other cars to pass, or vice versa, you know. So it would have been easier to just use path follow systems like the pedestrians, but because we didn't, we got this nice traffic system in place, which probably could have done otherwise, but it turned out pretty well, I think. Yeah, weekend jam. Yeah. You don't know how it's sorted, but I'm number 14 on the front page, and looking at some games, they only have a handful of comments. So you would feel, oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, thanks for Lansky. I do feel pretty good about it for a weekend. It's pretty incredible. I've never accomplished something that complete or large in a I don't know how they sort the front page though, Bart Lane, because I don't see it. I think it depends on how you filter. So what I'm actually on is I'm listed here in the submissions with the least ratings. So I'm actually one of the lowest rated games. I'm down here. Here we are, mini delivery. Yeah, so only having a web build was pretty brutal. I've only got 3 ratings, when the average game has 7 or 8 ratings by this point. But it's small numbers, so I'm okay with it. I'm still in the prize running. Oh, you're on mobile? Yeah, I don't know how it's sorted either. Yeah, 7 or 8 is not much on average. Most of those ratings are probably concentrated in a few entries, but it's okay. This game does have community voting, but there's a separate category, which is the judged category, which is fine. I'm still in the running for that one, so I'm not too concerned. I'm kind of proud of what we did, even just in a vacuum. I don't really need the game to have done anything special. I'm just impressed that we were able to do all that in a weekend. So yeah, these are all related because it's like not setting up a build pipeline left me no time to upload a web build. Not having a web build meant only having an exe. Only having an exe meant nobody played the game. So that's unfortunate. Music is really loud right now. Good intro to 3D? Yeah, it was. It was. The good, the bad. I'm gonna also put the weird. Vehicle body 3D behaves very strangely under high engine forces. It pulls without any steering input. Yeah, I feel like vehicle body 3D was the real limiter of this game. People are like, oh, you could keep working on it. You could do other things. You could add like ramps and like fun tricks and stuff like that. But like vehicle body 3D is not, I don't think it's robust enough to do really anything. I think I would need to make my own vehicle controller, and I do not want to do that. Hey, Cubus, how's it going? We're doing a little post jam, post mortem. Windows build of the game is up if anyone wants to try it. I'll have a web build up in a couple weeks when rating period is over. Hopefully the web build will have some updates too, make it a little better. What's something that went well? Our jam prep made it really quick and easy to make the menu tutorial system at the last minute. So jam prep was good. We weren't really able to drag and drop our pre-made menu thing in, but it did help us a lot. I mean, we ended up with a complete game with no major bugs. And a full, enjoyable game loop. I mean, I'm happy with that. I didn't really even get that in my last game jam. We really didn't have a full game loop. I mean, we technically did, but it really didn't feel complete or enjoyable. Whereas this feels quite nice. This felt good. I really think the main bad thing was not setting up that build pipeline. I mean, I guess we had time management issues. Forced crunch. Lots of crunch. What else did we have that was a problem? Probably more stuff around time management I could mention, like investing in tools during a game jam seems like a bad decision. It's almost always it's probably better to just I wasted lots of time on tools I couldn't use. It's probably better to just do the work. It was better to just do it manually. Did not playtest the game at all before submission. Could have caught the minor bugs. So we only really have minor bugs, but I could have caught the minor bugs. The minor bugs are pretty obvious. Like the sound system doesn't work correct. The music system doesn't work correctly. The game clock doesn't work correctly. I really needed a pausable menu, not just like an in-game menu. Like I'm adding a lot of things to the bad column, but I do think this was a pretty positive experience. I placed all of my art assets in the project folder, which made it impossible to make a web build. I place all art asset packs, even those which I didn't ultimately use. All right, what are some more good things? Oh, the viewport pixelation is an easy technique that unifies disparate art for a nice retro feel. I really did like the viewport pixelation stuff. I do want to experiment and see if I could have just done it with the overall viewport instead of the instead of just having to use the sub viewport. Should have better explained the compound controls around braking and reverse. All right, if I think of anything else, I'll add it, but I kind of want to move on to our post-jam development stuff. So the big quality of life thing I think I have planned is to add unlocked controls as an alternative to the jams 2-button controls. So add back in like regular acceleration, deceleration, reverse. Maybe unlocked camera movement, but I don't know, probably not. But I want to give people the option of playing with the original controls as well as like a more standard set of controls. Because I don't think it's super crucial to the game that your controls are constrained so highly. Bug fixes we need to do. We need to keep the music player going past the initial track. That's important. The music player stops playing after the first track now. Reset the game clock. After each run. Pause the game in the menu. And the clock. So right now the game clock keeps running in the menu. I'm gonna say set the volume sliders back to a linear value. We had them just be, at someone's suggestion, we had them just be locked to a dB, but that makes the volume sliders basically useless. Set the volumes right. Adjust the intro, or adjust the default music volume to be lower. What are some other issues that we feel? Oh, bug fixes. A big one is make car collisions more consistent. Berlansky, so what's the difference between runs? Is it just to see if you can get a better time? Yeah. So it's you know, how many objectives you got in how much time. So I mean the game ends if you get all of them and it will tell you what your time was, but if you like lose and restart right now, the clock doesn't restart, so it like becomes useless. You have to like close and reopen the game. And the clock counts during. Also, the clock counts when you're in the menu system, which it should not do. So there's some stuff there. There isn't a lot of stuff I want to do, though. I think it's only going to take maybe like 3 or 4 days to do all of this, which is nice. We're definitely not going to do the same thing we did last time where we kept working on the jam game for like 2 months. That is not in the cards this time. We could consider trying to do like a node system so that the guide points you the direction you need to go to get to the next objective. A lot of people seem confused when the guide passed them into a wall. To me, that makes sense because it's just pointing you towards the next objective, but I think some people expect a little bit more of a more of a hand holding for that. I'm not sure I'm gonna end up doing that, but we can consider it. Pathing. Have the guide arrow path to the closest objective. I am not sure. Oh, add full screen options. Add screen mode options to the game menu. Yeah, I want you to be able to switch between full screen and windowed and exclusive full screen and stuff. There's a collision shape that actually lets the car pass through and outside of the playable game area. I was gonna fix it, but I think I'm gonna leave it in there as a fun thing for people to find, as like a little secret. I don't think I'm gonna fix that. You know, I'm just gonna say right now we're not doing this one. We're not making a pathfinding system for the guide arrow. That's way too much work, and I don't think it matters. Or it's not sufficiently important for us to spend time on it. It's really complicated for what we end up getting back. So let's start knocking these out, I guess. I can't think of any more right now, but I'm sure some will come up as we play through the game. How about maybe like rewrite the tutorial screens to be more clear? That's easy. Tutorial screens were kind of very haphazardly written at the last Senate. A symbol. Oh, this is our normal time. We're normally streaming at this time. But welcome to the early stream. It's good to see you. You play all the jam games yet? Play all 200 of them yet? We're looking at what we want to do post-jam to fix some stuff. We did a little mini post-mortem and wrote out some of the things that we thought went well or poorly. You played like 120. Good job. That's impressive. We have a few things we want to work on. Let's work on maybe the bug fixes first, because those should be the easiest. How about this? Build a web export that will successfully upload Actually, it's more like export a web build. A web build that will successfully upload. All right, I'm gonna pause the music, and we're gonna start working on bug fixes. So let's adjust the default music volume to be lower. What did I change? I toggled something visible. Oh, right, the props. Let's undo that. Hide. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna set the volume. Volume dB is gonna be like minus. Let's start with like minus 15. And then let's try to figure out. Well, let's see if that's okay volume for one thing. Or oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to see if that was reflected in the option screen. Oh, why isn't that shown on the slider? Should be shown on the slider. Music slider dot value equals volume mixer dot music volume. Okay. Seems like I don't need to define a get. What I should say is yeah, I should define a get. Or I just set it here on ready. Oh. Oh yeah, that'll work. So music volume. Okay, there we go. So now we got a lower default music volume, and it starts like that. So that's good. Okay, so that part is better. So adjust the default music volume to be lower. Check that out. What we want is to get the music player to keep playing past the first song. And I think I messed this up. So this doesn't happen. This onfinished await get tree dot create timer song break plus rand f play next song track. Maybe it does. I guess it's not going to be easy to test. Stream equals. Okay, so I'm setting the song and then I'm telling it to play. So I'm having an issue with my create timer here. Why didn't that bring me to the right section here? Here we go. Create timer. Oh, I'm not awaiting timeout. I'm just awaiting the timer. That's wrong. Okay. That's how I broke it. So I just need to add dot timeout. All right, now we'll just play for a minute and make sure that's fixed. I think I might have turned the engine volume down too low for people. Some people are like, there isn't an engine sound. That was close. You test it with headphones and you can barely hear it. That is, to me, the hardest thing about tuning for different machines is sound. Because my computer volume is at like 33%. And everything is really loud. So on speakers, it's too low to hear. That's surprising. Yeah, so I'll turn that up. I still want it to be relatively lower than the collision sound. So I need to make it like a ratio or something like that. But that's easy. Yeah, I appreciate the testing. That's the thing that we really failed on, was testing. Which is typical for a game jam. Man, I don't really go up those ramps anymore. I might want to tweak my suspension a little bit. Kind of supposed to be able to go. Oh, it's a cat. All right, this song should end soon. And we're just testing to make sure that the next song starts. No, there's a taxi. No, there's a taxi. Ow. Yeah, so that doesn't kill me. That's one of the next bugs we need to fix. Getting hit by a car like that should kill you every time. I don't remember this song being this long. Maybe this is already the second. Oh my god. Oh, here we go. The song ended. Another song should start in a few seconds. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's doing it. All right, well, that didn't work. Well, we know play next song works. The function works because that's how we start. That's how we play the initial song. But this on finished, are we never calling on finished? We're never calling on finished. We can need to connect the signal. Oops. Oopsies. Well, that explains it. Finished. So we need to finished dot connect. Let's mess with the this engine volume stuff. Drop off volume. Oh, that's the volume of the drop off thing. I see. Effects volume, set volume, effects volume equals volume, effects volume adjusted dot emit. Okay, and then we're doing that here. Oh no, we're doing that in the vehicle for some reason. Probably because the vehicle is the only source of sound effects. It'd be kind of cool to add engine sounds to the other cars that are driving around. We might consider that. So, all right, we'll say 0. We'll tune this up a little bit. So I'm just going to quiet the engine. We'll also set the default effects volume to be a little lower. See what that does. So that sets the default effects volume to also be a bit lower. Turn it back up and play. Seems quite loud. So yeah, that's horribly loud. Oh my god. Apologies to anyone that had to hear that. Okay, so it's much louder by default, which should help some people. Kind of destroyed my ears just now, but I seem to be on the more sensitive end as far as my system seems to be. I need to tune it way down because I hear everything way too loudly. But other people seem to be on the much lower end of it. Okay, so if we did everything right, this song will end in another minute, and another song will play a few seconds after it ends. If so, we can check. Oh my god. Okay, or the game just ends. Luckily, the music's on an autoloader, so the music will keep cycling regardless of whether I get killed. Oh, I actually lost there. Car actually killed me. That doesn't happen super consistently, but I'm glad it happens sometimes. I don't want people to get too comfortable around the car. Yeah, these songs seem to be a few minutes long, which is pretty great. I think I ended up getting like 15 minutes of music then. Which is pretty great, because a playthrough of this game takes about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how quick you're doing it. Which is maybe a little long for a jam game, but I think it's okay. Crash. Is that the song? The song ended. Let's see if another song starts playing. Oh, another song started playing. Alright, we fixed it. We fixed the music player. Huzzah. Hey, that's your car? Yeah. Your cop car? Oh no. Oh, I got tricked by my own little trap there with the prize with the dude sitting on top of the bench. Alright, so that was fixed. We fixed that. Music manager is fixed. Bugs occurred. Physics process playback can only happen when a node is inside the scene tree. That must mean we're triggering an impact sound while we... I actually don't know how this could happen, but it doesn't seem to be a major problem, so... Yeah, I don't know how that's happening. But I don't care. Let's check a couple things off our list here. Keep the music player going past the initial track. Got that. Yeah, that's better. We could set the volume sliders back to a linear value. That might be kind of nice. I think that'd be nice to do. So, where are the sliders? They're here. Luckily, I still have this code. We just swap this code out. And then we just need to change the sliders a little bit. Oh, in-game menu, I gotta do the same thing. Oh, we got ads coming. I still have the 3-minute long ads from the jam, so it's a bit longer ad break. So I'll probably get up and stretch and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to keep the 3 minutes ads or go back to 90 seconds. Either way, let's get the music playing again. No, not this. Whatever this is not what I want. No, thank you. There we go. All right, so now we just need to go into the menu scenes. Not that scene, this one. And this one. So instead of -60 to 0, it's 0 to 1. And the step is 1,000. All right, we'll be right back. 3 minutes. Oh, who did that? Forlansky, thanks for the stretch redeem. I'm gonna go do that. All right, we're back. Yeah, just send me a bill for Lansky. All right, so these sliders should just be good now. Should also have this update as they adjust it, huh? That's kind of what people expect. They don't expect to have to wait until you hit save to update it. How do I want to do that? There's like a signal for this, maybe? Drag ended. Yeah, here we go. So we'll connect a couple of these. New mic arrived today. Really good, except it smells like musty ham. Oh no. Is it a dynamic mic? Do you have to get like really close to it? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna save the value. We're just gonna save the value when we start. I'm gonna say music value on load. Maybe not. Say music value. Say saved music value. Saved effects value. $50, oh, 50 pound. Right? USB condenser mic. From your quick OBS tests, you don't have to be too close, thank God. Yeah, pop filters don't usually smell like ham then. Yeah. Yeah, we're using a condenser mic now. I like it. I've always used a dynamic mic, which I like, but you have to be like really up in its face. But it gets good sound. And it doesn't really hear pick up a lot of stuff around it. Window flatus, I think you want to use volume change signal. Drag ended is called when the mouse is released only, I think. You might be right. Value changed. Emitted when value changes. When used on a slider, this is called continuously while dragging, potentially every frame. No, yeah, you're totally right. Good call. Good call, Flatus. How's it going? Does it pass the new value? That's cool. It's a nice convenience. Smoothly, it's Friday evening. Nice, yeah. We made it. We made it to the weekend here. Let me get rid of the concept of the total slider here. We're not going to implement it for this game. Okay. So let's do the value changed part. That seems easy. Say this. We'll just say value since it's getting passed. And then, so on save, we're just going to go back. And on the back, what we're going to do is we're going to reset these. Back is exit without saving, essentially. Do we need to linear to DB it? No, we don't. All right, so that's it for the options menu. I think we just need to copy this over and set this up in the in-game menu. Although the in-game menu might not have an option to save or to not save. On back to game, on quit. Okay, so yeah, this one works a little differently. For better or worse, it works a little differently. right, let's see if that worked. Pause that so we can test. Okay, that seems to be working. Oh, this, then save, then back. That's not doing anything. That's interesting. But it is working for this one. Okay, so the effects volume, something's weird with the effects volume. Effects volume equals volume, effects volume adjusted dot emit. That one should work. I don't understand why that one doesn't work. Let's try it in game. You just missed the line to save the value? I don't think so, but maybe. Volume mixer dot effects volume equals linear to dB value. It's the same. It's the same line as on here, and its signal looks hooked up. Let me double check. The signal looks hooked up all right. It's probably some weirdness with the way it works. I'm gonna try it with the in-game menu. We're just gonna crash, so I don't have to worry about this. Oh, well, so the in-game one doesn't work at all. Yeah, well, that's good to know. Oh, many errors. Volume can't be set to nan. Why would it be? So effects volume is becoming not a number somehow? Curious. Linear to dB value. What kind of values am I getting then? It should just be 0 to... Let me make sure I set up the sliders. I might... Oh, I never changed the slider values. We got partway through doing it, and then we took a break. That's it. That's what happened. It should be 0, 1 with a step of a thousandth. Thousandth? Maybe 100th. Okay, so music slider is right. Effect slider was wrong. That's why that wasn't working. And then here, neither of them are right. Yeah, okay. Easy. Also, although, yeah, here we go. 0.001. This should work now. Yeah, okay, so it remembers it at least. It'd be kind of nice if the effects volume played while you were doing this. Like if you could hear the sound that you were adjusting. That would be kind of nice, right? Put that on a quality of life thing to do. Make effects, sounds, play while adjusting volume. That'd be a nice thing to add. Just set the volume sliders back to a linear value. All right, we're cooking. I think we're going to hit our goal of finishing all of these up in just a handful of days. Did you get to see the finished game much, Flatus? Repeating car crash sounds as you're moving the slider? Yeah, exactly, Furlansky. That's what I'm thinking. We'll play the engine sound. We'll play like some, and we'll just have like erratic, not erratic, but we'll have like crash sounds and like drop off sounds playing a little bit. I'm not going to let people control the relative volume between those three things because that would be too complicated. Nice. Yeah, thank you. Very happy with how it turned out. We're not happy with the fact that like nobody's played it, but that's okay. It's a small jam. I'm hoping that like when the voting period ends, I'll be able to put up a web build and let people know that that's up. It'd help if we win. That'd probably get people to play it if we were able to put a web build up, or even if we just get an honorable mention or something. I have no expectations. I'm just thinking about what we would do. I just have hopes and dreams. So I think the sound mostly works. I'll try it in game real quick. Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair symbol. I didn't play any download games. I haven't set up a VM yet. Yeah, so we'll want to in game. We'll want to play at least an engine crash sound or a crash sound because we're getting the engine volume. Yeah, my computer's so sensitive. My computer's at 33%, and I've got the volume here like around here. This is wild how loud my computer is, but all right. I kind of want to do some margin adjustment here. Why is the slider so... Oh, it's because I used a grid container instead of doing the thing that I actually like to do, which is to use V boxes and H boxes. So I would like to move this down a little bit. So instead of a grid container, I would do like... I mean, let's see. Vertical. No, that's not what I want. You want your streaming in 40, you can send you a build and you can test it on stream for the sound. No worries. No worries, symbol. I think it's loud enough now, but maybe not. We'll figure it out. I appreciate it though. So I want box containers. I want an H box and then a V box. And another V box. Sliders. Modify the slider theme overrides to make it fit better. Oh, okay. Maybe. Maybe. I was just going to put it in a box. Center grabber. I don't know what that is. Styles. Slider. Oh, I don't have slider style. Oh, this is a background. I see. Gonna put it in a box. I should mess around with those. Learn more about them. So H box, V box, V box. So what I should be able to do is just do this. All right, let me get the music going again. Can't see, there's a large head in the way. Oh, yeah. I wonder whose that is. Where do I put the... How did I do this in the other project? I already have this set up in my other project. I'm just going to go look at it. Missing dependencies. Okay. So how did I structure this? Because I like this. This is what I want. So I have another margin container. Then I have a vertical volume slider description box. So is it you? Oh, it's a margin container that's doing it, and then a VBox. I see. Oh wait, what happened to the separation? No, I should be able to just do it with the separation. Okay. I don't need the margin container. Unless I want to separate the different elements. I can just do this, go down to here, separation. The H box, can I have... This is horizontal separation. Okay, well, if I want this to be down, I can't move it, so I need to... Still pretty bad at doing this. Add an empty control to take the space. Oh, to just make one space? I guess that could work. Kind of wanted to be a little more precise than that. Back to the other project where I've done this already. So how did I do this? So I have this volume box and I'm saying theme constants margin. Right. I can lower the whole thing like this. I can use a combination of this and also the VBox separation. That's it. I'm kind of amused by how the UI works here. It's kind of like very much a just keep throwing more things at the problem. Okay, there we go. It's lined up now. No, it seems like there's a million ways to skin a cat when it comes to UI in Godot. It's just, I don't love how it involves this like insane number of like tethering, like daisy chaining different things, but it works. It's kind of cool. So how does that look compared to what we had before? It's better. It's better in most ways. Or I don't even really notice is probably the more honest answer. Oh, the in-game menu is using the default font. That's wrong. There we go. That means I need to kind of adjust some things. Yeah, there should be like an option to collapse node stack or something. That would be cool. I mean, I guess saving this as a scene is essentially that, because then you no longer worry about it. Like if you can set this is why I really want to continue working on my standardized code, which is what this stuff over here was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like a standardized way of doing things. So I just have out of the box like a window mode, volume sliders, key bindings. I don't think we'll do the window mode, but I don't think we're going to do key bindings for this game. But yeah, setting this up so that I could just use these as plugins. Just have a default way that this works. And then adapt it to each game as necessary. Because yeah, this stuff is not, I mean, the layout is game specific, but the structure of it doesn't need to be. All right. That's fine. This one is actually fine even without for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe what I did over here was unnecessary. What I want to do is add the window mode. I said that on here, right? Add screen options to the game menu. After your current side project, you're going to make a UI plugin with out-of-the-box things ready for almost everything. Yeah, that's what I've been working on as a little side project. But the problem is I only work on it for like a week or two before a jam starts, so I never make enough project progress on it. But I'm going to keep working on it on the side. That'll probably be like an off-stream project for me. I love that the shine here is like not within the like pixel limitations here. Not in the viewport resolution. Oh, well, let's make this window mode thing. Actually, let's do it in this one, and then we can copy it back. You need to submit the fixes. You made an audio manager plugin and it was accepted. Oh, you mean like an actual plugin, like on the asset store? Oh, no, these were just going to be local plugins for me. But that's awesome. I just wanted them to be plugins so that I could add them to my project in the add-ons folder instead of having them be built into the project. And then I could adapt them as I want. So I want the structure of a plugin. But yeah, that's wild. I wouldn't aim for something on the asset store myself. But yeah, I don't want to have to support stuff. I'd get nervous about that. Okay, what was this thing over here? What is this called? Window mode button. Okay. What is it? What type of node is this, though? An option button. Okay. Look it up, Simple Audio Manager. Hell yeah. Look at that. My Symbol 24. Audio data, master volume, music volume, SFX volume. Allows for basic audio in 2D and 3D. Is music. Oh, that's cool. So you can specify what it is. Super cool. Nicely done. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. Small I, the 2D and 3D-ish work. The 3D work-ish, but not correctly. You need to submit the fix for it. I could not get Audio Stream Player 3D to work. So in my vehicle, my minivan, the effects players are just Audio Stream players. Because when I couldn't get the Audio Stream Player 3D to work at all. And I think it has some weird thing to do with my camera. My top level camera, but because the camera is always following the vehicle, you don't notice. Yeah, the 3D needs listeners, but the camera is itself a listener by default, is my understanding. But yeah, I tried adding a listener to the camera and it didn't work either. So I don't know. It was the jam. I wasn't gonna try to figure it out. So I don't know. I don't know why that wasn't working, but who cares? Items. So what items do I want in here? So I want windowed, minimized, maximized, full screen, exclusive full screen. I really just want windowed, full screen, and exclusive full screen, right? For this. I kind of just went off the list here. So I guess I'll just keep doing that. See if there's room here. Yeah, there's plenty of room there. Yeah, I don't feel confident about 3D audio. So this made this much bigger. That seems fine. I need to fix the arrangement here now. Actually, is what I need to do. We want this to be centered. I want this to be like centered. Yeah, there we go. And maybe even more separated. Yeah, so I want this thing to be separate. What do I call it over here? Selection. Description and selection. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to call this. So this is going to be VBox. Selections. Selections box. Selections. Margins. The sliders in here. Put you up above them. This way they can be separate. So add separation between the box and the sliders as a thing. Then separately add a separation between these two elements. Something like that. I don't love that. I kind of want to like separate the words out more, but it's fine. It's good enough. This thing is huge. Can I make this like less tall? Yeah, it's probably based on the font size, huh? Yeah, probably. I can make these less crazy. It's better. All right, this will work. I'm reasonably happy with this. What we need to do is hook up this somewhere. Item selected. Emitted when the current item has been changed by the user. Yeah. All right, on window mode button, item selected. This is where we're like, this is where we change the window mode. It's just an enum, right? Yeah, okay, so we just apply these. Apply these straight up. Window mode equals index. Now assign a new value to a constant. Oh, how do I change this then? Dot. Oh. I guess we'll want to check here to make sure that we're in Windows, or we're in a native window. What is this fucking called? Mode windowed. Okay. Oh, so I need to get something. It's not just window.mode.windowed. Maybe I haven't ever actually done this before in Godot. Let's see. This is where I was before. Not setting up the project. I want to change the window mode at runtime. Let's look for full screen. I want to assign a new value to a constant. Okay, so the window mode is a constant. So what am I grabbing though? So are we saying... Should have paid more attention when Fullbox was doing this. Is it like the viewport? We need to get the viewport? Can I change it from here? Okay. Okay, it's display server. That's where this is controlled. That makes sense. No set mode. Okay. Yeah, that should work. That should just work. Assuming that the constants for this are the same as here. Let's try that. Crash. Invalid. Oh, I repositioned these. Cool. Super cool. Am I done repositioning them? So I can reconnect them? Yes. Not able to click this. Not able to click any of this. Is there a bug happening right now? No errors. I can interact with this, just not this. Huh. What did I do? These two are editable. Something's eating the input. Weird. So this one works just fine. When I play the game, I can't interact with this anymore. I can go back or quit. Huh. Okay. That's weird. How did I do that? What broke? I guess I should see if we're getting errors when I try to do that. Oh, seemingly not. Okay. What did I do? Oh, well, this isn't right for one thing. Is adjusting the volume would require an input from something other than A or D, and that's not very two buttons of me. Yeah, that's probably why. That's probably why it broke. Crash. Oh, I changed this again. Changed the tree again. Alright, we're pretty much out of time. I'm gonna need to probably figure out what I broke there. Oh no, it's working now. Okay. I think it was because I made everything a child of a panel on accident and it was eating the input. Crash. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I was stealing your intellectual property there. Oh, it works! It works! Look at that. Alright. Cool. Cool beans, as they say. Add screen mode options to the game menu. This is mostly done. I need to just do it to the other game menu. I did it to the in-game menu. So this is halfway done. So we're working. Next time we'll fix the game clock. We'll get a pause menu going. We'll make car collisions more consistent. I think adding the unlocked controls is going to probably be the most involved thing here. Because we'll need a control scheme selection. We'll need kind of a branch thing. Lori127, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. We're going to wrap it up now because I actually have a meeting right at 10 o'clock in about 6 minutes that I cannot be late for. But I think we're off to a good start. We've got a pretty small number of fixes. Hi, Lori. Sorry, I'm heading out right now. Let's figure out where we're going. Who are we gonna raid? The team is online. Tom Millman is online. Is Wolby online? What's Wolby doing? Playing a game. Playing some kind of bingo? Chat bingo? GG. Who else is online? Yeah, probably Tom. Let's probably go hang out with Tom. Oh, you're here for a while? Appreciate that. Yeah, Tom is cool. They're on the indie game developers team with me. Let's see if I spell his name right. Is there an underscore? Tom Millman. Yeah, there it is. Got it. Yeah, Tom is a very cool guy. Go see what he's ask him what they're doing. If you can ship it. We hop in there. Oh, Symbol just went live. Never mind. We're gonna go raid Symbol. I see what you did there. Symbol was hanging out today. Symbol's cool. Symbol did the same game jam with me. They also did a driving game, which is pretty hilarious. All right. Well, this has been great. I gotta run. I appreciate everyone. We might not be back till Wednesday, just because it's a holiday weekend and I got some stuff to take care of early next week. But we'll probably finish working on this next week, get everything ready, make a web build, and be ready to upload the final version of the game when the rating period ends at the end of next week. But yeah, I hope you all have a nice weekend, especially if you have a long holiday weekend. And I'll see you next time. Bye.